So I just want to talk about the DLC characters for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, or specifically the ballot winners, or the supposed ballot winners anyway. Some new information has come out that basically, after some data mining and understanding the data a bit better, we found out that some of the characters that we thought were supposed to be the winners of the ballot, the supposed winners of the ballot, are technically not. They seem to have been chosen before that would ever be possible. I guess only 2 weeks into the ballot, on patch 1.0.6, both Bayonetta and Cloud's data was already in Smash Wii U and 3DS. So that's only 2 weeks into the ballot, and the ballot, I believe, was open for quite a few more months after that. So, saying that they're the ballot winners, or as I think they put it, the most, at least with Bayonetta, the most realizable character, and the number one winner in Europe, and the a top five pick in North America or Japan or something, doesn't seem to be the case at all, unless it was that way in the first 2 weeks, in which case leaving the ballot open for as long as they did seems a little disingenuous on Sakurai's part. So what does this mean as far as speculation, or why should we really even care besides just being salty about it at this point if our favorite character didn't make it in? Basically, what this is saying is that all those Mii costumes and basically all that ballot data that I know the internet tried to track down, might actually have been entirely done for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So all the more reason for characters like K. Rool, Ashley, my personal favorite Gino, seem a lot more likely for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate now, because it appears that the ballot data was really not done for Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS. I also want to just say, on Sakurai's defense here, if he had said the ballot's going to be for a future Smash game, I don't, that would have been kind of a bummer, honestly. We would have been waiting for this Smash game for years instead of having, Inkling announced a few months before E3 and, being hyped for this game coming out the same year that we found out it was happening. If he had said this back at the end of the DLC or right when the ballot came out, we'd have been waiting for this game for years with no information, possibly. So, I think there was a reason to be a little shady here, a little sneaky with the wording anyway. So they got the idea for what characters people want, more so for the next game than for Smash Brothers Wii U. I guess it appears also that Bayonetta used Zero Suit Samus as a model, and I think Corrin used Ike as a model to create the characters. So that realizability thing, it's not entirely disingenuous. It also kind of makes sense now why Zero Suit Samus had those heels. It's possible Bayonetta was chosen way, 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 back when the game was just still in development, and they already knew that was going to be a DLC character. Corrin's data was a little later. I'll just say I think it was 1.0.8 patch when Corrin shows up. So I think Corrin was more. Obviously, Corrin wasn't a ballot pick though, because I think the game was only out in Japan. I seriously doubt many people were voting for Corrin. That's pretty much agreed upon at this point. So I just wanted to get that out there. That's some new information we have, especially people like me. I was a little salty about the NDLC. I mean, I like Bayonetta. I'm not mad at her. I'm not a huge fan of Corrin. I am in the camp that we had too many Fire Emblem characters at the end of everything. But, I'm okay with Bayonetta. I was never really mad about it. I was more just perplexed that she would possibly win the ballot. And it appears, that was right. That hunch was right. She didn't win the ballot. So just going forward, I think it's all the more reason to look at those Mii costumes and to really focus on, who was popular when the ballot was happening, 2015, who were people really talking about, to look at who we might get for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I will also say one final note. This isn't the first time Nintendo's been disingenuine for this type of a ballot. I think in Pokemon Black and White, they had some sort of write-in contest about which Pokemon people wanted to have, I think the hidden move or whatever, the hidden status. I don't know Pokemon super well at the competitive scene anyway. And Smogon, the website for competitive Pokemon, had decided to try to vote in Ditto since Ditto with his hidden ability is really, really useful for breeding Pokemon. And I guess every single week Arceus was #1, despite their efforts trying to get Ditto to be #1. And this was, the belt was just flooded and flooded and flooded with Ditto, and it just wouldn't move Arceus out of that spot. And I guess Arceus was never released in North America at that point, or Arceus with this hidden move or whatever. So it seems like Nintendo had rigged it from the beginning, which may be the case here with the Smash Ballot. So, not the first time Nintendo's done this. It's something I guess we just have to kind of expect. I mean, Nintendo is a business sometimes, and sometimes getting, the information they need for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and who people want without announcing that they want to do Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, they got to do a little bit of a shady move there. I'm not that mad at it. I think if I had found out about this years ago, I'd probably be pretty mad. But the fact that we have Ultimate coming out, that we have all the veterans returning, I really was mad that Corrin was in, not like Wolf or getting Squirtle, Ivysaur back, something like that. Just seemed more like what people would want. So we're where we're at now, and I don't think there's too big of a reason to be angry about this. We have a new game coming out. We're probably going to get all those ballot characters, so hang tight. I can't wait to see what the newcomers are, and let's look at this as a positive thing. This is good for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.